Hey y'all, welcome back to Vida&Gloss. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Luli. On this channel, we talk about beauty, self-care, skincare, travel, hopefully sometime in the future. And so if you're interested in that type of content, please feel welcome to join us. You can click the subscribe button below and follow us on our social media. And you can also click the notification bell above. I post videos weekly, and so I'd be honored if you join us on Self-Care Sundays. Today, we're gonna be talking about acne patches and whether or not you should buy them. So let's get started. There are two different types of acne patches on the market, and the type of result you're expecting will be different depending on the type you buy. The first one I'll be talking about is a hydrocolloid patch, which is the most widely available one, and it's also the most affordable one. Now, a hydrocolloid patch is really great if you're especially trying to cover up blemishes. If you're someone who tends to pick at your acne or your acne scars, this is a really good option for you to not do that, especially in the evening time. I think it's also really good for covering them up and protecting them from any harmful damage from light or pollution in the air if you're going out. And they do a decent job at covering them in terms of reducing their visibility, although it's not going to do the same job as, concealer would. It does help to reduce visibility slightly depending on the patch you buy. You're going to want to be very careful with any active ingredients you're going to put on your face, and that's why they recommend to put the acne patch on before you put on any of your actives to make sure not to desensitize your skin. I've tried 5 different types of acne patches over the past couple months, and I'll be talking about them in this video. I'll be starting from my least favorite to my favorite products. So we're gonna get started by talking about the Starface acne patches. These are available at Target, and if you buy the bigger box, it's 32 acne patches for a sum total of $14.89. Now, this is by far the most affordable option. It is very fun. They're in the shape of stars. They definitely call attention to your face, so if your main objective is to conceal them, this is obviously probably not the best way to go. I think they're aimed towards a younger demographic. Teens and tweens who are now having acne and want to cover it, I think it's really cute if you're, you have a kid and are having a sleepover of some sorts or trying to do like a spa day. This might be a really good option to do that. They end up coming out to 47 cents per patch, which is really affordable compared to the other ones. However, there are a few downsides. If you're a much older person, this of course, you could still wear it, but it's not the most ideal to treat the area that you're looking to treat. They're very fun and affordable, as I mentioned, but they don't stick on the skin as well as I would have liked them to. They're more flimsy in texture, and they don't contain any active ingredients, which I guess is pretty good if you're just trying to cover up. Now, the second patch I'm going to talk about is the Mighty Patch Hydrocolloid Patch. It's definitely much more effective at sticking onto the skin and remaining on the skin. I think it did a decent job as well at concealing it. You can definitely still see the acne. However, it does have a slight blurring effect. It definitely has a slight blurring effect, especially if your pimple or blemish is not as large. Now, the hydrocolloid patch, to me, I'm not a huge fan of the hydrocolloid patch just because I'm looking for something with a little bit more, with some more actives in it. That's not to say that they weren't effective. It's really good, again, for covering up and making sure that you're not going to pick at it and preventing any pollution or irritants from penetrating the skin, because remember, acne is simply a wound on your skin if you think about it that way, and so it's kind of like a bandage. You're preventing it from getting more infected. That being said, it doesn't have any active ingredients, so of course it didn't reduce the pimple, but it definitely protected it, and also if you wear it at night, can prevent transepidermal water loss and can help heal the area much faster. Now, coming in third is also a Mighty Patch product, but this is the Mighty Patch. This is the micro needle. Now, similar to the other hydro patch, it's much thicker than the Starface one, but in this case it contains little micro needles which are meant to penetrate the skin to deliver the active ingredients into the pimple itself. And this is really great, especially when the pimple has not fully come out. Of course, you can wear it when it has come out, but if you're starting to feel a pimple coming out, a micro needle type of patch may help penetrate the skin before it erupts on the surface of the skin. Now, this one costs $12.99 and it's available again at Target, Ulta, and the Hero Cosmetics website. Similar to the other Mighty Patch, it's very thick and it sticks really well to the skin. However, the main difference, as I mentioned earlier, is the active ingredients. This one contains a ton of active ingredients, including salicylic acid, sodium hyaluronate, sodium hyaluronate, Now, the ingredients in this one are salicylic acid, sodium hyaluronate, contains great ingredients like salicylic acid, sodium hyaluronate, butylene glycol, glycerin, propanediol, but it does contain as the 9th ingredient tea tree oil. Now, tea tree oil isn't too bad. If you put it all over your face, it can definitely cause irritation. It can lead to irritation, especially if you have sensitive skin. There is some evidence to demonstrate that tea tree oil helps reducing acne and pimples. However, that does not mean it cannot increase in sensitivity in your skin or have adverse reaction to your skin, especially if you have already very delicate, sensitive skin. That being said, it is the 9th ingredient on the list, so it's not too bad or too high up on the ingredient list. So it's all about whether or not you think your skin can handle. My skin didn't experience any sensitivity. However, I do think that it did increase a little bit the chances for dark spots on the skin while my skin was healing. And I'm not sure if that's because of the tea tree oil or any of the other ingredients. I will say there are quite a few ingredients on this patch in comparison to other patches with actives in them. But overall, the price point is really good. And you know, if you have like a pimple that's about to come out, it's not a terrible patch for you to wear. Just not my personal favorite. Now on to the second, and we're getting really close to my number one. My second favorite is the Peace Out Acne Dots, available at Sephora and on the Peace Out website. This one is a hydrocolloid patch with active ingredients. Unlike the Mighty Patch Microneedle, this one is more like the traditional hydrocolloid patch. It does not contain any needles. However, the active ingredients really do help reduce the pimple in size. Similar to the Microneedle, I didn't experience overnight results of the pimple completely going away, but it definitely helped over time. And I did feel like this one helped. And I do feel like this one really reduced the pimple, but did not increase the possibility of leaving any dark spots on the skin. Peace Out Acne Dots are $19, so they're definitely on the pricier end, and it comes out to 95 cents per patch. And each patch contains salicylic acid, aloe vera leaf extract, and vitamin A. All these ingredients are really good. The salicylic acid for reducing pimples, the aloe vera for ensuring that the area is moisturized, and the vitamin A I think helps with brightening the skin and ensuring that it's hydrated, and also not going to leave a dark spot. So I think that's one of the reasons I had a better experience with this patch. It stuck really well to the skin. It did do a slight blurring effect, but it does leave it does have like a slight yellowish tint. It's not too noticeable, but in case you're planning on going out with it or anything, it does have a slight yellowish tint, so it's more noticeable I think than the Mighty Patch. But this one is a really excellent option. It sticks really well onto the skin, and it does leave the pimple much smaller on the next day, similar to the Microneedle patch and the other hydrocolloid patch by Mighty Patch. I will say this one though, I liked it a lot more, although the price point is more expensive and it is a lot more exclusive in the sense that you can't just buy it anywhere. It is only available at Sephora and on their website. So pros and cons. Overall, I really enjoyed this product and it has a very nice feeling. The packaging is also really beautiful, and it comes with a little niacinamide serum that you can apply afterwards, after you're done with the patches, or however you want to use it. So I really liked this product. Now on to my number one. My absolute favorite out of all of these was of course the ZITSTICKA, and I say of course because this is the most well-known pimple patch on the market. It used to be very expensive, so I'm really glad they brought the price point down, at least as far as I remember. When they first launched, it was really expensive. I want to say it was about $40 for a box. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% certain, but I do remember looking into it because I really like the concept of it. Similar to the Mighty Patch Microneedle, it's the same idea. It comes with little tiny needles that help penetrate the ingredients deeper into the skin to prevent a huge full-blown pimple. I really like this product. The price point is the most expensive out of all of them. I bought one box for $29, and it comes with 4 acne patches, so it's definitely the most expensive one. If you're gonna buy the traditional 8-pack, that is the largest size they offer, I believe, it is $29, which ends up coming out to $3.60 per patch. Definitely a huge jump from the other patches, which ended up costing around $1 per patch. That being said, it's definitely the most effective one, and it also doesn't contain a lot of the sensitizing ingredients that, for example, the Mighty Patch contains in reference to the tea tree oil. That being said, the ZITSTICKA does come with a cleansing wipe to apply on before the sticker. I personally did not like that wipe at all. I would toss it. That wipe does contain tea tree oil, and it has a very strong smell of alcohol. Now, if you're okay with putting that on your skin, that is totally up to you. Skincare is definitely a personal preference. Unless your doctor tells you not to do it, then it is not a preference. You need to follow what your dermatologist or esthetician say. But for myself, I didn't like it. It smelled too strong, and it was a little bit too much, and I think it's a little too harsh for my skin in particular. But in theory, you're supposed to wipe the area with this wipe, which I think is also a tiny bit wasteful, and I'll get into that later, and then apply the ZITSTICKA. Now, another issue I run into with this product is on top of the very, very big price point, which I will accept because of how well it works, is the overly wasteful packaging. Now, the ZITSTICKA, if you buy the 8-pack, comes in a little tiny box, which is really cute, and it's really good for storage or for displaying. But every single patch individually comes wrapped in both a little plastic container, I'm guessing it's plastic of some sort, which is really small, it's about this big, and then it comes all wrapped again in like this other thicker plastic seal that you have to open, and I'll show a video on the side over here. So it's, I guess, better for sanitary purposes if you're like constantly going into the your patches and you're not storing them properly, but in theory you should be storing these correctly, and there shouldn't be an issue with cross-contaminating your patches anyway. And so to me, it's a bit wasteful, and I think it also jacks up the price a little bit because it's so much excessive wrapping that I don't think is necessary. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the wipes. I think the wipes are a bit too much waste, in addition to not liking the ingredients that are in the wipes, and they smell too strong of alcohol. Wipes can, if you're wiping the area too harshly, the wipes themselves can be quite abrasive to the skin. I think if they were going to change the product, maybe a serum that doesn't contain any of the harsher ingredients, like maybe a smaller package of the serum. I'm not sure if that would help in terms of the wastefulness of the packaging, but at least you know, the wipe part wouldn't be necessary. And I don't think the wipe is necessary because I only discovered it like yesterday, and I've been using these for almost 2 weeks now. And so I don't think that the wipes are entirely necessary anyway. These are really effective, and the main ingredient on the patch, it's very simple: sodium hyaluronate, oleopeptide, niacinamide, sodium hydroxate, and salicylic acid. So those are really great ingredients on their own. And I think that if the Mighty Patch would just do away with the wipe, then this would be like a hero product, because I, again, don't like the wipe too much. The more simple you keep the patch, the better. As I said earlier, the patch is serving as a barrier and really keeping that area covered. And so you don't want to add more ingredients that can overly sensitize the skin, because at the end of the day, you don't know what is going to cause your skin to have a reaction. So the less you put on your skin, the better. And that's kind of the philosophy with minimalist skincare. That being said, you could try different ingredients, of course, and it's really good to try different treatments at different points of the week to help your skin. But I personally don't like overdoing it with the patch and adding ingredients underneath it, because it can sensitize your skin and it can cause a reaction, and nobody wants that. So overall, I really love the ZITSTICKA. The results are amazing, more so than any of the other products. You can feel it working a little bit more than the other patches. I think they're actually the original product, the original brand to come out with the, you know, microneedle style pimple patch. But yeah, so that is my #1 favorite. I think the ZITSTICKA is really good. Price point and excessive packaging aside, it is a very effective product, and I highly recommend it for you and your pimple needs. None of these products are that terrible that you shouldn't consider buying any of them, although I think it does matter, you know, what you're buying it for, what's your main purpose. If you're trying to go for more of a fun look, then obviously go for the Starface one. They're really cute to put on, and they're fun to wear around the house. You look a bit like a rock star in the silliest way possible. They're really cute, but again, they're not as effective as, for example, Peace Out Acne or even the Mighty Patch Hydro-Quality Patch. So that is all for now, folks. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you found this video informative. If you used any of these patches, leave a comment below. Tell me what your experience was. I'd love to hear from you. If you've used the wipe and didn't think it was that bad, I'd also love to hear from you. This is meant to be a community where we can really talk about our likes and dislikes and personal preference. And at the end of the day, skincare is very individual and unique to your personal skincare concerns. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, suggestions, opinions, thoughts, leave them down below. Always click the notification bells to let you know when I post a new video. In the meantime, though, we can also just stay connected on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, so please go over and follow me over there if you're interested in a more beauty, skincare, self-care type of content. Go over and follow. It's at Vida&Gloss. I'll leave the handles below. And as always, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week and have enjoyed your self-care Sundays. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Again, I hope to see you soon. Bye. Mighty Patch. I post very... That comes out to 3... Hold on. I post videos weekly on... Well, this one was very... It's really good for preventing irritants from